Today is April 14th, 2017, and this is the biography of my auntie. And we're just going to start with some simple questions. First of all, happy Friday, Auntie. How are you?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Wonderful. So tell your kids and your grandkids, what's your full name?
I'm Shirley Ann. I was born Shirley Ann Washington. Now I'm a Kill. I'm Shirley Ann Washington Kill.
Were you named after someone?
No. Just my name is, so my mom came up with Shirley.
Did you have a nickname growing up?
Itchy.
Itchy. What's the significance behind that?
The significance is I used to scratch all the time. And I didn't never understand until I came to Detroit what that was.
Uh-huh.
And my skin used to would dry out and I would just scratch, so they just called me Itchy. And it was, yeah, that's what I said, but I didn't know it was a disease.
Right, right. Oh, so that's what it was, and they didn't know. Okay. So, any other nicknames have you had as an adult?
No.
I remember your girlfriend calling you Cheryl Girl.
Oh,
what was that lady name?
Joy.
Joy, yeah, Cheryl Girl.
Yes. All of them call me Cheryl.
Let's see.
That's amazing you remember that.
Yeah. Let's see. When were you born?
I was born May 8, 1955.
And what religion were you born to?
Baptist.
And when were you baptized, or were you baptized?
When I was 11 years old, I got baptized at Bethesda Church in 1967.
Okay. And what's your first recollection of church, and when was the first time do you remember going to church?
I remember going to church. That's something that was required in our household with my mom. She took us to church when we were in Mississippi, and that was at Shady Grove Baptist Church. And my mom used to sing hymns all through the house all the time. And I never understand why, but now I do. That was to keep her solid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, her sanity going. Yeah. Where was your first home? What do you remember about your first home?
Was in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and it was they call it a shotgun house. The house went straight back, and anytime they was getting ready to add something to the house, it never curved or nothing. It just went straight back. That's why they call it a shotgun.
Oh, you just shoot right through. Oh, so it really was like a trailer.
Yes.
Okay. So, and do you have any other memories about your home?
No, I just remember the fire, and before I remembered the fire, I remember we used to sit down for dinner at the dining room table, and my mom used to make us all sit up straight. She said, "You too tall to be leaning over wrong." So I always sit up straight, because if you didn't, you was gonna get knocked up straight.
Grandma. So yeah. So okay. So tell us about your parents. Who were your parents?
My dad was Eddie George Washington. He was born in Mississippi as well. His family migrated to New Orleans, but he had his children in Mississippi. Most was in Sunflower County, where I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom, she was born in West Point, Mississippi. And her father was a big time something. He had a T Model Ford when no black person had a car mostly.
Granddaddy, grandfather?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and they got plenty of land down there now.
Oh.
Cause my cousin called me like 4 months ago, and he told me I could have my auntie's 4 acres of land where she had her home.
Oh, that's nice.
But I done got used to this big old city, and I don't see going back to the south.
Right. So, do you have any memories in the house? So, your parents growing up and you, and can you tell us a little bit about how you grew up and your siblings and any memories about that?
Yeah, I remember growing up, it was a loving home. And I know there was no fighting or cursing in the house. Whatever my parents did, they didn't do in the house. They did it in their own quiet time. They never did bring us to the point where we would be involved with, ugliness in the house.
Wow.
So it was a beautiful thing.
So different than now.
So, yes, it is.
Everybody's kids know everybody's business.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, what's your schooling? What was your schooling like? And growing up in the South, what was that like for you?
I was a year late getting started in school because I wouldn't talk to no one. But the people that was in the household, outsiders I wouldn't talk to, so they kept me behind a year. And I ended up being the babysitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was the babysitter, and that's why I kept children all my life. And like I said, my mom and dad, they was good parents. My daddy went all the way out for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Him and my big brothers, they would go down the road, they would ring bells, there were flashlights.
Really?
And pretend that Santa was coming. And my mom told us if we didn't go to bed, that Santa would blow some dust in our eyes. So it didn't take long for us to go to sleep. And we believe that too, because Mama said it.
Right. Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
Yes. So we had good times, and when Christmas came around, when Christmas did come around, my dad used to go out in the field, and he would shoot firecrackers with us, and let off the fireworks. And he would give us brooms and stuff to put them in because he was scared that we might blow our fingers off.
Right.
So like I said, it was a loving home.
And so how many siblings do you have? Or did you have it? Or growing up?
Well, growing up, my dad had 4, and my mom added 12 to that. One died at birth. And I'm trying to think here. Anyway, my older sisters and brothers, they grew up and they came north because that's where their mothers were.
Okay.
And then, but we were still in the South, and we missed them like crazy because we never call ourselves step nothing.
Okay. Oh, really? So y'all just grew up sisters and brothers? Oh. So they lived with you all for a long time? Grandma raised them?
Yeah. Mama raised them until my sister was 17, and she came to Detroit at 17.
What sister is this?
Ethel May.
Okay.
And then George, he stayed down there, and he came up here later to Detroit to be with his mother again.
Okay.
And Booker, he stayed down there, but Booker went to the Army.
Oh.
And he was so sweet. Whenever he came home, he always had gifts for all of us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had things that we had never had before. Little simple things like toothbrush.
Right.
You know, and toothpaste, our own personalized size.
Okay.
And our mom used to give us baking soda, and we was used to brushing our teeth with baking soda.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But Booker, he would always think about us. Whenever he came south, he would always bring something for us.
Wow. So how was so you grew up on a farm. How was that life like?
It was like that's the only thing we knew. And
What was the daily chores? What would you have to do?
I would have to cook and clean and take care of my little brothers and sister.
Okay.
And as the time went on, you get a little bit more added on to it, but it was different. But that's all we knew.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever Mama said, that's what we did. It was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know.
Right.
Yeah. It's unlike children now. They don't listen like that.
No, not at all. So what's your memory like when your mother told you you guys were moving up north?
I remember we all had gang around in circles like we was doing the merry-go-round. We say Detroit, Michigan, Detroit #1. We started dancing.
Oh, wow.
And we came up here with 3 cars.
Wow.
We didn't come in a bus. We came in 3 cars. And my brother and my dad came down. And it came down and we left in 3 cars.
Wow.
Yep, and we were so excited. And when we came here, the house was so beautiful. And it's nothing like it is now. The neighborhoods are torn down.
Right.
But it was so beautiful when we came here. We had a 14-room house.
14 room?
Mm-hmm, on David Avenue.
To come from the shotgun house to that.
Mm-hmm, it was beautiful.
Right.
We had an attic and all. It was 3 bedrooms in the attic.
Wow.
Mm-hmm, it was 4 bedrooms on each floor. And we had a basement too. It was occupied by Robert and my brother Lil James.
Okay.
Where he did all kind of ungodly things.
I want to hear his story too.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was bringing his girls in the window at 13.
Wait, y'all had just came from down south. How y'all got so many women?
But I was 10 when we came.
Okay.
That made him 11.
Oh my God.
And when he was 13, he was bringing girls in the basement window.
Oh my God, that is something else.
But
So grandma, coming from the shotgun house to this mansion pretty much, grandma, that was wonderful. That was awesome.
yeah, it was. It was a big old house, and it was beautiful too. And Mama kept it spick and span.
I bet
That's
she
when he
did.
flipped out.
What are you talking about?
13.
Oh, well, he just want to be in the camera, I see.
There you go.
He can't wait his turn. So when you came up here and so y'all got here, how did you take Detroit? What did you do?
I love Detroit. And I was fine until we went to school, and it was so different. Because nobody never picked with you in the South. You know, everybody was they was totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But the people here seemed was from the country. And they didn't take us as well as the people in the North because we talk different.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just ignorant.
Yes.
Right.
Very. But everybody wasn't ignorant because my social study teacher, Mr. Zarro, that was his name.
Mm-hmm.
I was 11 years old, and he had me to stand in front of all the kids, which I always got nervous whenever they asked me to stand and say something.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can't shut up. Anyway, he asked me to tell the class what did I do in the South
Mm-hmm.
when I got out of school. I told him I washed dishes, I scrubbed floors, I did whatever it was. And he said they didn't even know, most kids my age didn't even know how to wash dishes.
Right.
And they was amazed that one person had that much to do. After you get out of school.
Right. So did the kids act different after that?
No.
They still was ugly?
Not all of them.
Okay.
Some was and some wasn't.
So who was your best friend in school? Who was your first friend here in Detroit?
When I first came to Detroit, Marjorie Price was my first best friend. And still is to this day.
Oh, wow.
And we talk to each other once or twice a week sometimes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So it's still a good relationship, and she don't let it go. I feel so bad because she always sending me friendship cards.
Aww.
And how she treasure our friendship.
Right.
And I be meaning to write her, and before I do it, another one that came in now. And then I feel real bad about it because she always beat me to the punch.
Right. Well, that's even better because so you must have touched her life in a special way.
That's what she tells me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she didn't have no brothers and sisters till like 10 years later. Her mom had a little girl, Cynthia.
Oh.
And 10 years after Cynthia, she had a little boy named Martinez. So it's 30 years from the,
The mother had, wow, she's 10 years apart for everybody.
10 years apart for each one.
Interesting. Poor Miss Price.
I know, but she loved it, and she took time with the grandkids after Marty had kids.
Is she still alive? Oh, wonderful.
And she's still, she's seeing them through school.
Okay.
Yeah, because they 16 now.
The grandkids? Wow.
No, they ain't. They 18. Yeah, they 18. They grown now.
Wow.
They going to college now.
Isn't that time don't wait, I
No,
tell you.
it don't. When I think about Tamika's children, I know it. You know,
Right.
It's amazing.
Right.
And Jeffrey and Jerome.
I tell you, time don't. And then, so, we're still going back before we come forward. So, Marjorie was your first friend, and, how was that was your childhood. Tell me about your teenage years here. So you got here at 10. What was the good, the bad, and
a lot of good
the
times.
fun times of Shirley?
Yeah, with Mr. and Mrs. Price, they took me on like I was one of theirs.
Okay.
Marjorie didn't have no sisters and brothers. So every Saturday we went horseback riding every Saturday.
Oh, good.
We went over in Canada and went horseback riding. Then they would take us to Metropolitan Beach.
Oh, yeah.
We'll swim. I didn't know how to at the time, but I learned as we went on.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful.
So they exposed you to a lot of different things.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And they took so much time and patience. Never yelled. You never heard that.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. It's totally different from now.
Right. So how was the neighborhood? Can you tell me a little bit about the people in the neighborhood?
When we got here was so nice and clean. And the people was nice. And we had some time later on down the years where people, when that riot came here in 67,
Mm-hmm.
and that took a lot of people down. And they were finding bodies in the front yard, on the yard.
Really?
They was dead from OD, from drugs.
So wait, tell me about the night of the riot. What did did Grandma keep everybody in the house? What happened?
Yes, she did. and they was looting and rioting.
Mhm.
And Mama told us to stay in the house. And there was so many people doing so many things.
Mhm.
And anything they wanted, they just grabbed and brought in their house.
Wow.
Like new TV, stereo. My brother even brought in a stereo.
What grandma say?
My mama say, you know better than that, boy. But it still stays.
That's funny. I know that's right. We got it now. So, with you and the neighborhood, can you tell me about like who is some of the neighbors that besides the Prices? Do you like my godmother, Mrs. and Mr. Jones, and those people?
That was my godmother.
She was your godmother too?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Miss Essie Jones was and Mr. Frank Jones was my godmother and father. I didn't know he was Lorraine's. I know about me.
No, he was mine. She was my, yeah, she was,
okay.
yeah, Miss Jones and Mr. Jones was my
Lord,
parents.
They used to buy me because I couldn't wear cheap earrings because my skin.
Uh-huh.
That's what part of the itchy come in.
Oh, okay.
So they would always buy me 14 karat gold or 10 karat gold.
Because they didn't have no kids.
No.
Wow.
And when I got grown, I'm jumping the gun.
But no, it's okay.
But sometimes so many things go through your head.
Yeah, just say
Never
it.
thinking that Mr. Jones would be like this. When I got almost grown, he started telling me he'll buy me anything I want.
Oh, he was a dirty old man.
Yes, he was. And I said, I'm going to tell Miss Jones. Soon as Miss Jones stopped in the house, I said, Miss Jones, Mr. Frank told me that he wanted to take me to bed. She said, you ain't got to worry about him, baby. She said, the only thing get hard on him is if you could put it in the freezer and it would get hard. This is when she told me when I was about 14 or 15 years old. I didn't know what she was talking about get hard.
Right. That is too funny.
She said you could put his thing in the freezer and he wouldn't even get hard.
Oh, that is funny.
And I tell them now all the time, I ain't never heard of nothing like that in my life.
She was a character. I was only a child and I remember them. Miss Hallie. Is that her name?
Miss Hallie was a trip. Miss Hallie always was the burner.
Oh my God.
She'll get them young men because she loves young men.
But she had a husband.
Yeah, later.
What's his name? No, I thought she had a husband the whole time. Did she live upstairs from them?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was married. Them was just men she had?
Was just men. Because Robert was one of them. Because she used to pay him swell.
Oh my God, that's too much. Those people was old the whole time, but Shirley, I didn't know. Like, they've been old the whole time. They was just old people, but they was so nice.
Yes, they was. And they loved the party.
And Miss Irene.
Yes.
Yeah, Miss Irene.
Yes, Lord. They love the party.
So, going past like your teenage, so you went to high school. What high school did you go to?
I went to Kettering High. I started at Joyce Elementary School. I went from there to Barber Junior High. And then I went to Kettering at high school. Mm-hmm. And I stayed there for 2 years at Kettering until I went to the 11th grade. I finished the 11th there. Mm-hmm. But I stopped after that because I got pregnant.
Okay.
And I had homeschooling.
Okay.
And I never finished that either. But after I had my son, am I going too far?
No, that's perfect.
Once I had my son, then I went back to school, and then I started teaching preschool with children called Paul Taylor from the Inner City Sub Center. Mm-hmm. He had us doing that type of work. So he got me a job at Metro East Child Care Center, which was on the boulevard in Meldrum.
Mhm.
And he did the paperwork for me, and I got the job there before someone with bachelor.
Oh wow.
Because the experience was there.
Right. Look how many kids you done watched throughout your life too. All your brothers and sisters.
And my nephew.
Oh, that's right.
George kid, Booker's kid, Booker baby and B. I used to keep all of them.
Wow.
Yeah. I kept them all.
So that was your first job, and so what did you do after that?
After that, I seen abuse in the center.
Mhm.
And I didn't like it. Because I know children, they need to be abused in there.
Right.
But people, when they taking care of your children, don't think for 1 minute that everybody's going to be nice.
Right.
And when people would drop their kids off, they was nice.
Mhm.
And when picked them up, they was nice. But in between, I didn't like what I was seeing. So when I went to work the next day, when lunchtime came around, I sat there with a sheet of paper and a pen, and I wrote to my supervisor.
Mhm.
I told her, my son is just a young child. He is like 5 months old. I said, I'm going home to take care of my child, because I wouldn't want him going through what I see is going on up here.
Mhm.
And then I just walked off, I clocked out, and I went on to the house. And I stayed there with my son until he was old enough to kind of watch out for himself.
Right. Because it is a mess.
Yes, Lord.
It is a mess.
Yeah, you be needing the money, but the kids need your attention as well.
Right.
Because I missed out on that with Ashley. And I wish that I had took off more time and been more time with her. But it wouldn't have made no difference, because sometimes it's just on a child to do.
Right. And everything happens the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, it does.
So you can't go back and say, no, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So you got your job and your baby, and then now you're taking off from. So while Cecil was younger, tell me about so since you was in Detroit and you came from the South, like, how did you guys party? Like, how did you go? When did you go out?
Oh my God, we partied like it wasn't no stopping.
What was the first club you went to here?
Club, what was it? I forget the name of the first club, but we used to go to Pat's Lounge.
Pat's Lounge.
It was on Gratiot and Harper.
Is that the UBQ now? Is that what the UBQ was, or that's something different?
No, it was different from the UBQ. And we used to go to Hendrix. I remember I went to Hendrix Cocktail Lounge when I was like, I had to be like 21.
Is that the strip club?
Oh my God, when I seen what I seen, I didn't want to believe nobody really did that in real